In this video, we're going to learn how to take a Google Chrome extension that we've created and install it locally into our computer so we can test it. So the first thing I need to do is make sure that I've downloaded my files. And once I've downloaded my files, I need to find them on my computer. So this is where my computer stores downloaded files by default. And I have downloaded the weather forecast extension, and it is a zipped folder. So the first thing I need to do is unzip the folder. Now, sometimes you can just click on it and you'll see the word extract, and you can choose extract. I can right click it, and from there I can choose extract all. It depends on what type of computer that you have, but no matter what, you want to take this zip file and unzip it. And the typical word that you'll see to be able to unzip it is extract. So let's go ahead and extract all the files. And what we're doing is we're decompressing it. So we want to make sure when we decompress or extract these files that we know where it's going to put the extracted files. So make sure you look carefully at where it's dropping them and click extract. So what it's done for me is it's put all of these unzipped or extracted files into a folder. Now this folder is ready to install on Google Chrome. So let's jump into our extension manager inside of Chrome. So I've opened my Google Chrome browser, and what I need to do is find my extension manager. And there's a couple ways to do that. There's an icon on the toolbar that looks like a puzzle piece, and if you hover over it, it says extensions. That's one way to get into the extension manager. The next one is to go to the triple dots and then go down to where it says extensions and then manage extensions. I'm going to go ahead and click in that way. And now you can see all of my Google extensions here. What you're going to see on your screen is that you're going to have developer mode untoggled. It's going to be turned off. And to install this extension, you need to go into developer mode. So you need to toggle developer mode on. What that does is it loads a couple of buttons for you that we can now use to add your new extension into your Google Chrome. So after you turn on developer mode, you want to click the button that says load Unpacked. And you want to browse to where that folder is that you unzipped that has all the files in there that you need. So you want to click that folder and click select folder. And now what's happening is it's actually installing it into your Google Chrome browser. It's installed it, but it has not turned it on. So what I need to do is look at my Chrome extension list. Now what I need to do is find the extension that I just added and toggle it on, or make sure, confirm that it's toggled on. So I'm going to scroll down until I find the extension that I added, which is right here. And I need to make sure to toggle it on if it's not toggled on already. So that makes sure that it's available for you to use. The next step is to pin it so you can find it really easy. So to do that, I'm going to go back up here to this icon that says extensions, and I'm just going to click on it. And that gives me a list of all of my extensions that are on but not pinned. And I can see that this one is available, but it's not pinned. So I'm going to click to pin it. And now you'll see that it appears inside of my toolbar. Now it's available for me to click and open whenever I'm ready, so I can start testing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click that icon. It's going to open up the browser. And because this extension works off of a zip code, I need to make sure as a user that I'm adding the zip code. So I'm going to add my zip code in there. And then I'm going to click Get Weather. And now it's fetching the weather and it's putting it into this extension. And it's giving me the current temperature, current conditions, and a 5-day forecast. But as you can see, it's branded to my company. So I've got my header at the top, I've got my footer at the bottom, and the footer is clickable so that if they click that link, they will go to my company. Another really important thing to remember is that it will remember the zip code that you put in. even if you close the extension. So at any time, if you want to know the weather for a different area, you just put a different zip code in and click Get Weather, and it will change the weather according to whatever zip code you put in. But at any moment, if you close the extension and then you open it back up, it will remember the last zip code that you put in. So I now have a fully branded Google Chrome extension that I can use for myself. I can give it out to my clients, or I can make these for my clients with their branding and their links inside of it. Now let's talk about how to remove the extension if you want to install more extensions and test them and try different things. We're going to go a little bit backwards. So I'm going to click outside of the extension. I'm going to click that icon at the top that says extensions. And when I click that, it gives me the option to manage extensions. So I'm going to click that. And that opens this same window. And then from here, when I'm ready to delete or remove an extension, the first thing I want to do is make sure that it's toggled off. And once the extension is toggled off, you can then click remove, and it will ask you to confirm it. So remove again, and now that extension is removed. As you continue to build extensions and test, you're going to have to go through and actually remove them because you'll have a lot of them. And remember that Google Chrome extensions use a lot of RAM. So you want to make sure that your extension area stays clean. Make sure you're not running a bunch of extensions at one time. So go through and remove the extensions before you add new ones. So that's how you add your extension to your local computer so that you can test it out and try it out, and also how you can remove your extensions so that you can continue to have a clean extension dashboard.